Hi everybody. Today we are going to solve the first exercise from sessions. The session is 2004. So part A, consider the function f defined on 1 over e plus infinity by fx equals 4 over 1 plus ln x. So we have the function defined over the interval 1 over e plus infinity. And C is its representative curve in an orthonormal system OIJ. Part 1. Calculate the limit as x tends to plus infinity. Limit as x tends to plus infinity, so we replace x by plus infinity. 4 over 1 plus ln plus infinity. Ln plus infinity is plus infinity. 1 plus infinity is plus infinity. 4 over plus infinity is 0. So once again, limit fx as x tends to plus infinity equal 1 over, we replace x by this x, we replace it by plus infinity. Ln is infinity, infinity plus 1 is plus infinity. So number over infinity is 0. And in the same question, limit fx as x tends to 1 over e. We replace x by 1 over e. 1 over e plus, because the domain is 1 over e plus infinity, then the limit as x tends to 1 over e plus. We replace x by 1 over e. So 4 over 1 plus ln 1 over e. I need to remind you of a property that ln a over b is ln a minus ln b. So ln 1 over e is ln 1 minus ln e. Ln 1 is 0, ln e is 1, so we get minus 1. So ln a over b is ln a minus ln b. Ln 1 over e is ln 1 minus ln e. 0 minus 1 equal minus 1. Then the limit, so ln 1 over e is minus 1. Then 4 over 1 minus 1. We get 4 over 0 plus. Number over 0 plus is plus infinity. We can say the following. Limit as x tends to 1 over e. We replace x by 1 over e. Once again, ln a over b is ln 1 minus ln e. Ln 1 is 0. Ln e is 1. We get 1 over 1 minus 1. 1 over 0 plus. 0 plus because here we have 1 over e plus. 1 over e plus will give 1 plus. 1 plus minus 1 is 0 plus. We get 1 over 0 plus equal plus infinity. Deduce the asymptotes of C. Deduce the asymptotes. It means here we have more than one asymptote. So we find two limits. From the first limit, we have to calculate an asymptote. And from the second limit, we have to determine the other asymptote. We have determined that limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx equals 0. In x tends to plus infinity, y tends to 0, then y equals 0 is a horizontal asymptote. As x tends to 1 over e, y tends to plus infinity, so x equal 1 over e is a vertical asymptote. So here, x tends to plus infinity from the first limit, y approaches 0, then y equals 0 is a horizontal asymptote. Second limit, x tends to 1 over e, y tends to plus infinity. So x equal 1 over e is a vertical asymptote. So we have two asymptotes. One is vertical, which is 1 over e, and one is horizontal, which is y equal to 0 or the x-axis. Part 2. Verify f prime x is less than 0. F prime x is less than 0. So fx, always we look to the form of fx, if it is a product or ratio or power. So here fx is of the form u over v. U is 4 and v is 1 plus ln x. Then f prime x equals u prime v minus v prime u over v squared. U prime v minus v prime u over v squared. U is 4, then u prime is 0. V is 1 plus ln x, v prime is 1 over x. Since the derivative of ln x is 1 over x, so we apply the rule. So here, 4 over 1 plus ln x. U is 4, so u prime is 0. V prime is 1 over x. U prime v minus v prime u over v squared. U prime is 0 times 1 plus ln x is 0. V prime is 1 over x times u, which is 4, over v squared 1 plus ln x squared. We get minus 4 over x over 1 plus ln x squared. هيدا الاكس اللي هون، هيدا الاكس I can put it in the denominator. هيدا over 1 كله هون بصير 4 times 1 is 4. هيدا الاكس بصير x into 1 plus ln x squared. X is positive since the domain is 1 over e plus infinity. 1 plus ln x squared is positive, so we get the derivative is less than 0 for all x belongs to the domain. So once again, since fx is of the form u over v, f prime x equal u prime v minus v prime u over v squared is equal u prime derivative of u he 4, derivative of 4 he 0, derivative lal 1 plus ln x is 1 over x. We apply the rule u prime v minus v prime u over v squared. Now f prime x is less than 0 for every x belongs to the domain. Now to make the table of variations, first we put the domain of definition 1 over e plus infinity, f prime x, fx. Domain 1 over e plus infinity, so it is negative, f prime x is negative, so it is decreasing. From the limits above, as x tends to 0, we get, as x tends to 1 over e, we get plus infinity, so we put here plus infinity. As x tends to plus infinity, we get 0. So we put here 0. Calculate f of 1. F of 1, we replace x by 1. 4 over 1 plus ln 1. Ln 1 is 0, so 4 over 1 plus 0, and 4 over 1, which is 4. So f of 1 equal 4 over 1 plus ln 1. Ln 1 is 0, so we get 4. Now f of 2, and give the values of f of 2 and f of 3 correct to 2 decimal places. Only we give 2 numbers after the decimals. It is not correct if we give 1 number, so you have to give 2 numbers. 3 numbers is not correct after the decimal. So you have to put only 2 numbers after the decimal. F of 2, 4 over 1 plus ln 2, you use the calculator. You get f of 2 equal 2.36. F of 3, 1.90. Here we see that we have 2 numbers or 2 digits after the decimal. Write an equation of the tangent D to the curve C at the point of abscissa 1. So we are going to write the equation of the tangent. نذكر شوي سوا كيف نجيب the equation of the tangent. The equation of the tangent is y minus ya equals slope into x minus xa. To find ya هي f of 1. We replace the value of f of 1 اللي لقيناها قبل شوي. f of 1 طلعت معنا 4. Slope, we replace the value of x in the equation in the f prime x. Slope هو f prime of 1. We replace the value of x in the derivative, we get the slope of the tangent, and then we use y minus ya equals slope into x minus xa. So we are going to see the solution. So xa equals 1, ya equal 1, ya equal 4, sorry. Xa equal 1, ya equal 4. F prime of xa, this is f prime x here, let معنا minus 4 over x into 1 plus ln x squared. F prime of 1, we replace the value of x in the derivative to get the slope, minus 4 over 1 plus ln 1 squared. We get minus 4 over 1 plus ln 1 squared. Ln 1 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1, squared is 1. 1 times 1 is 1, so we get minus 4. Then the equation of the tangent is y minus ya. Ya is 4 from here, equal slope, which is minus 4, into x minus xa, which is minus 1. We expand, بصير y equal minus 4x plus 4. And I bring this minus 4 to that side, بصير y equal minus 4x plus 8, which is the equation of the tangent. So the equation of the tangent, I will repeat, is y minus ya equals slope into x minus xa. Ya, we determine ya since here is the abscissa. The abscissa means xa here 1. Ya is determined by replacing the value of x in the function fx, 4 over 1 plus ln 1, and the slope is determined by replacing the value of x equal 1 in the derivative. Draw C for this here only. It is not required to draw ln functions. So هذا السنة لازم تشدوا همتكم لأنه البرنامج صغير. So you have to study better and more. There is a chance هذا السنة يمكن يكون ال questions are simple and easy. والدروس أقل. Now part B, which is the economic part. The economic part, we have a company produces batteries having the unit price P expressed in thousands. Always, always, always you have to pay attention for the unit. So the price is in thousand, and you have to pay attention for P, the bounds of P is between 0.5 and 8, يعني between 500 Lebanese lira and 8,000 Lebanese lira. The price is between 500 and 8,000 Lebanese lira. Since we multiply it by 1,000, it is expressed in 1,000. The demand, here we have the demand. The demand FP, يعني it is from the above, it is FX for how an F of P. So we can use maybe derivative from there, maybe we use a maximum or minimum if we have a maximum or minimum. So you have to pay attention that part B is related by some way to part A. Always, part B must be related to part A. So the demand FP of this product is expressed in thousands of Lebanese lira, thousands of units. So is expressed in thousands of units by FP equals 4 over 1 plus ln P. So we have the price in thousands of Lebanese lira and the demand is expressed in thousands of units. Calculate the number of the demanded batteries. So we are going to calculate the demand. So here we have two variables. P represents the price and F of P represents the demand. So always given one of them, either the price, we need to calculate the demand, or we have the demand to calculate the price. Here, calculate the demanded batteries. We are going to calculate the demand for a unit price of 1,000. The price is 1,000. So I cannot put instead of P 1000. In here we have a P is between 0.5 and 8, while here P is 1000. I look to the unit of the price is 1000. So I divide 1000 by the unit of the price, which is 1000. 1000 divided by 1000, we get 1. So the price is 1,000 of units. So P is equal 1. I replace P equal 1 in the demand, so I get 4 over 1 plus ln 1. ln 1 is 0, شفنا فوق. ln 1 is 0, so we get 4. If I say 4 and I stop, it is not correct. Always we have to state the unit. What is the unit for the demand? The demand is expressed in thousands of units. So the demand is 4,000 batteries. So we write it in the following. So here we have the demand in thousands of batteries or units. P is the price in thousands of Lebanese lira. P is the price in thousands of Lebanese lira. We are going to calculate the demand for a price of 1,000. So I put P equal 1,000 divided by 1,000. As I mentioned before, this 1,000 because the unit of P is 1,001. So F of 1, it is 4 over 1 plus ln 1. ln 1 is 0. So we get 4,000 of units. 4,000 of units. It is better to say always, it is better. So for a price of 4,000 for a price of 1,000 Lebanese lira, the demand is 4,000 units. It is better to mention it in a statement. So for a price of 1,000 Lebanese lira, the demand is 4,000 units. Now we go to part 2A. Find the elasticity of the demand. We have the rule for elasticity. بنذكركم فيها elasticity. Elasticity E of P equals minus P times derivative للديماند which is d prime p which is here d prime p over dp. So equals minus p. Demand here is f prime of p over fp. If E of P0 for a certain value of P greater than 1, demand is elastic. Demand is elastic. Is a EP0 between 0 and 1, the demand is inelastic. Demand is inelastic. If EP0 equals 1, I call it unit elasticity. Okay, here I need to calculate the demand. So calculate the demand مثل ما شفنا قبل شوي. demand هو minus P times F prime P over FP. The demand is equal minus P times F prime P over FP. Minus P, I leave it as minus P times F prime P. F prime P is the derivative of P. F prime P. أنا لقيت هون F prime of X. Here in part 2, we have determined F prime of X. F prime of P, we replace simply minus 4 over P into 1 plus ln P squared. As I told you before that in part B, we are going to use the results from part A. One of the results that we used is the derivative. So we don't find the derivative once again. The derivative is determined in part 2. I can replace it 4 over 1 plus ln P. We can simplify our minus P and P here, هذا P وهذا P simplified. Minus times minus is 4 over 1 plus ln P squared over 4 into 1 plus ln P. So it is 4 into 1 plus ln P into 4 over 4 times 1 plus ln P. I put it 4 into 1 plus ln P. This one times that one here. I get 4 into 1 plus ln P squared. Simplify 4 with 4. And 1 plus ln P and 1 plus ln P, we get 1 over 1 plus ln P. So once again, elasticity equal minus P times F prime P over FP, since F is the demand. Simply minus P remains minus P. The F prime P, we replace P instead of X, P in the derivative over 4 into 1 plus ln P. After simplification, we get 1 over 1 plus ln P. Then part B, the final part of this exercise, calculate E of 3. E of 3, يعني calculate the elasticity for a price of 3,000. E of 3 is the price for 3,000. E of 3, we replace P by 3 in the elasticity. We replace P by 3 in the elasticity. So E of 3 is 1 over 1 plus ln 3. Please بطلب منكم تعملوا practice على الكالكوليتر. في must not إنه copying the results. Please check the numbers. Try to practice using your calculator. We get 0.7. So E of 3 is 1 over 1 plus ln 3. By using the calculator, we get 0.47. Now, give an economical interpretation of the obtained value. Give an economical interpretation for the value thus obtained. So to give an economical interpretation, we say, since it is, if the price increases by 1%, if the price, هذا دايما always we say it, if the price increases by 1%, the price will decrease by 0.47%. If the price increases by 1% from 3,000 since the E of 3 and the unit for the of P is 1,000. So if the price increases by 1% from 3,000, the demand will decreases by 0.47. Don't forget, you have to memorize this one. If the price increase, the demand will decrease. This is the economical interpretation. This is the economical interpretation for the elasticity. The last part is F elastic for P equals 3. Is the demand elastic for P equals 3? As I told you before, since EP is smaller than 1, the demand is inelastic. So EP equals, since EP or E of 3 equals 0.47, which is less than 1, so the demand is inelastic for a price of 3,000 Lebanese lira. Okay, this is all for this video and for this exercise. Please watch the video and write the notes on your copybook.